Hey guys, this is only going to be a minute. I was going to stay away from this one, but it really intrigues me. I was scrolling the other day. I was just doing a little bit of scrolling and I passed by a streak of blue. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It was just a streak of blue on my little feed. It was the all-woman crew, the Blue Origin space flight that took place a few days ago, where a crew of women, including Katy Perry and Gail King and Lauren Sanchez and the actual astronaut women in this, I don't even know, this interesting looking spacecraft that went to the edge of space. I'm telling you, what what is going on? I don't know, but I have an idea. I have an idea. My version of outer space travel is going to Walmart because when I go in there, I see all kinds of things and I collect all kinds of data and just craziness that I really don't actually have to ever travel to outer space. But when I saw this, and then they started speaking about it. Now, I didn't watch the 11-minute flight. I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch that. But what popped up on my feed was Katy Perry kissing the ground afterwards, as if she had been gone for years and years and years. And then I saw them floating around, giggling and laughing, and it was just too much. It was just too much. When they started speaking about how important their flight was and how relevant it was to space travel, I just said, here we go. Here we go. They just could not have enjoyed the trip and spoke in a way that was authentic. They had to take that tired old rabbit out of the top hat again and dress up what to most people look like an underachievement as an advancement for women. Gosh. You all know Lauren Sanchez is not my favorite person. She's just one of those people, you know? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. It just seemed like all this was done to sell products. And then they're shoving it down the throats of regular people as something else, as feminism. And it's just annoying. So some might say, well, what are the products? What are the products being sold? Well, we know Katy Perry took time to talk about her album Out There. Gail King, you know what she's selling. She's gonna be trying to sell an interview with her best friend Oprah. And Bezos, you know, the one who financed the trip probably, especially for Lauren Sanchez, his girlfriend or wife, he's looking to sell rich people flights probably on the Blue Origin. And then, of course, Lauren Sanchez, the only person who can probably compete with Meghan Markle in the Look at Me contest. She's just always selling herself. That's all she's doing. And I have the sneaky suspicion that she's trying to get a deal with Mattel. You know, Mattel came out with a Barbie astronaut years ago. I believe it was in the 80s. And I just feel like this is what Lauren Sanchez is trying to do. She's trying to get a Barbie version of herself in a blue jumpsuit. You know, at the end of the day, it wouldn't be so hilarious if we hadn't seen this already before. Do you guys remember in Toy Story when Buzz Lightyear ends up in the room with the toys and Woody tells him, "Look, man, you're a toy. You are a child's toy. You are the toy of Andy." And Buzz Lightyear says, "No, I'm not. I'm going to infinity and beyond. I have important intergalactic space missions here." And no matter how hard Woody tried, he he really couldn't get Buzz to believe that no matter how many times Buzz said to himself that he was very important, and that he was not a toy, and that this was not a joke. He was on some serious missions here. He would not believe Woody. It was until he saw himself on TV in the commercial on the toy shelf that he knew what he was. And that's how I feel like this is. I mean, why couldn't all these people who are trying to sell something just go up there, take the little space trip, tell their rich friends, and then be done with it? Why try to involve us with the idea of how important something is when it's just a magic trick? It's just annoying. And that poor rabbit is so tired of being dragged out of the top hat and told to perform. It's just too much. And all the lycra and plastic faces and hyperbolic speech and inducement of the feminist movement is not going to change a fantasy into a reality.